Now, for more than 50 years, an unsuspecting but instantly recognisable tower block on the South Bank has been a symbol of the capital's contribution to the world of entertainment. The London studios opened for business in the 70s, with ITV franchise London Weekend Television churning out some of the nation's most watched programming. But the ever-changing skyline is losing the titan of telly as it's demolished to make way for new structures. To celebrate 70 years of ITV, our correspondent Simon Harris took a look back at the studio's golden era and spoke to some of the stars that defined its success.
On the South Bank, another building bites the dust in the relentless mission to reshape London's skyline. People passing by might not give it a second glance, but it holds a special place in the lives of the stars who worked there.
I hate looking back at the building here and seeing it the way it is, because this building represented to me a whole new world.
Fear is the thing I felt when I went in there, because everything was so shiny and everybody seemed so important, and they were, and I wasn't.
For more than 50 years, the London Television Centre was a familiar landmark on the capital's waterfront, at the heart of the South Bank Cultural Centre. In 1982, Gloria Hunniford arrived from Northern Ireland to host a chat show Sunday.
You can imagine that in Northern Ireland I had been dealing from 1969 with bombs, bullets and barricades, and then to leave that behind and come to do a totally different kind of programme with all the glamour and all the gloss and the excitement. It was a huge change. My dress allowance then in the 80s for one programme per week was £1,000.
The studios, which opened in 1972, were the headquarters of London Weekend Television, an ITV company which, as the name suggests, broadcasts programmes in London on Saturday and Sunday, as well as Friday night. London Weekend, or LWT, only had 2.5 days of airtime a week, but it soon established itself as a major player in the entertainment industry. Its stars were household names across the UK. There were iconic dramas like Upstairs, Downstairs, the Downton Abbey of the 1970s.
She's not going to sleep in this house tonight, not without her ladyship's permission, and that's final.
Popular sitcoms were another fixture in the weekend TV schedules. On the buses were set in a suburban transport depot.
Listen, mate, before I joined here, I had to take an IQ test. What's that? I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blind Date.
LWT's stable of stars included Cilla Black, host of Blind Date and Surprise Surprise.
Welcome to Blind Date.
And Dame Edna Everage, the grotesque but hilarious creation of Barry Humphries, had her own chat show. And then there was Game for a Laugh.
Game for a Laugh, the show where the people are the stars.
What should we do now?
Matthew Kelly was one of the hosts.
The thing I remember about this place are the people, and they were kind to me, and they were funny, and they were supportive and generous spirited, and I shall miss those people. The building, not so much.
Gloria Hunniford's photo album records some of the Hollywood stars she interviewed, including legends like Betty Davis, whose frailty was underscored by the producer.
Normally with chat shows you go kissy kissy or something. And he said you must hold your arm out like this, and if she wants to take your arm for support, she'll take it, but otherwise she won't. Will you feel a right idiot?
The studios might be disappearing, but the name won't. The new offices being built here will be called the London Studios, and there will be a nod to the site's cultural past.
We're going to have creative production spaces in the upper levels for small groups to make and produce new media. We're going to have performance spaces, but in a smaller scale than the kind of big spaces you have for digital performances and public shows of a smaller, more intimate scale.
Every landmark in the city is a bit like everything in your house. Everything has a memory. And if you can't retain it in here, what's the point of keeping it?
The demolition of this powerhouse of popular entertainment will last for much of 2025. The studios, dressing rooms and scenery workshops have largely been flattened. But the distinctive tower, for so long a fixture on the skyline, will take a little longer to pull down. Simon Harris, ITV News, the South Bank.